There's another weekend working on the TT, so today I've got to do the rear brakes and also oil change. So second attempt at doing the rear brakes, just because Super Cheap gave me the wrong discs last time. And the oil change is due. It's been about 10,000 Ks I've done on the car since I bought it, and I did an oil change roughly 1,000 Ks in when I bought it. So yeah, it's been 10,000, so I figured I might as well do it. Oil was on sale. So yeah, let's jack it up and get cracking. So working under the car, if you're going under the car, always use jack stands. So I've got one just under the rear jacking point, well, on the support point. That's just an emergency, shouldn't need it, I hope, so it's not holding any load or anything. And then I've got one on the front, just under this aluminum block. So now we're gonna take off this bolt, drain plug, and then the oil filter. I'm cheating and I'm using an impact with a non-impact bit, but should be. So you crank that off and get your drain pan ready. And that's not how you do it, but yeah, got a little bit on my fingers, as you can see. And just let that drain. Now for the oil filter, this is optional, but you have this drain tool. Just makes a bit less of a mess. So for this, you've got the oil filters just up here. You unscrew this cover and screw this tool in to here. Now this isn't necessary, but does make a bit less of a mess. So you just push this up and screw it in, and this will drain the oil filter. As you can see, the oil is starting to come out already. So, and make sure you screw it on fully, or it will leak out like it is currently doing. Well, I have cross-threaded it, I think is the issue here. So you can do this while you wait for the oil to drain out of the pan. And this is meant to make less of a mess, but I've probably made more of a mess, to be honest. That should be good enough. Now you can unscrew this pipe again. So when hunting my toolbox, I was wondering why this was so tight. I don't remember doing it up this tight, but this is what you need, a 36mm socket. So you take this off, again, the cover, and your 36 slips right over, and then you can just crack it loose. Just gonna use the impact again because I'm lazy. And there we go. And there we, that's off. And then get your drain pan underneath, and you can pull this off. And a lot of oil still came out. So the drain step is optional. So now you just take oil off your filter, the old one, place it down. So you've got your housing, grab your new filter out. First of all, you can change this seal. So the seal pops out of the housing. Just pull that out if you can. There's a little tab you just pull on. Slot in the new one that your filter should have come with. Just put the tab upwards so you can pull it out again. Next service, new filter on. Doesn't matter which way up, it's the same thing. And then just screw that back in. Slot that back on, screw it in. Now, it's meant to torque it to 25 Newton meters. I will just do it tight as tight. So I'm not going to use the impact to tighten it, obviously, because it's going to be a pain to get off next time when I forget again. But 25 Newton meters isn't very tight, so just use a small ratchet and that should be good. And now tighten your sump plug before You lower the car again. Tighten up your sump plug again. That's tight. And clean up your mess if you have made one like me. Alright, now to top up your oil. So yeah, make sure your sump plug's tight. Make sure your oil filter is on and tight. Undo that. Get your funnel. Make sure your funnel is clean enough. There's a little bit of old oil in there, but it's not a huge deal as long as there's no sort of sand or debris. Slot that in. So it should be about 4.5 liters. I'm gonna put in 4. I usually do about 4.2. Then you can run the car, check the level again. So I'm using Castrol 5W40. 5W30 is the recommended, but I do use a little bit thicker. That's personal choice as to which oil you use. And yeah, so dump about 4 to 4.5 in. You can always add more. You can't take out, so better to be on the low side. So take out your funnel, chuck it down there for now. Cap back on. Now, I've put about 4.3, 4.4 liters in. I'll switch it on later. I'm gonna quickly attempt to do the brakes if I have time, and then I'll run it. Engine oil, so I have let it run for about 5 minutes. And then let it sit for 5 to 10. So I'll check the level now. It is dark now, as you can see. I've got a head torch on. Find a cleanish part. This towel is truly a rag and needs replacing. Just wipe it off. Put it back in. Don't need to clip it back, I believe. And then pull it back out. And check it. So that is pretty much bang on in the middle. Yeah, so about 4.2, 4.3 liters was perfect for me. Yours may vary depending on how much stays in the engine, the angle you've jacked it up at, and everything. So there is a couple ways you can go about this. There is the service reminder interval reset, so the SRI reset here. So after it runs through all of that, it will give you the operation. So up here you can select which region you are in, or like what kind of service interval you have. So I did the fixed oil service reset, and that has worked. So if you look here, the oil change has reset to 15,000 Ks, 365 days. It hasn't done the service reset, which is fine. That's usually for like a major service, like belts and stuff, I think, and other fluids. But yeah, so that's how you reset your oil reminder after you've done your service. So thanks for watching. That's how to do your Audi TT, TTS, TTR should be the same oil change. Pretty simple, saves you a few $100. Yeah, and see you next time.